Hello, everyone. I'm Reverend Rob, Spiritual Minister. It's Wednesday. It is the first Wednesday of this magical month of March, and welcome. Welcome to our spin into stillness. Now, this is the time that we gather each week. It's a drop-in experience, so you don't have to have been here for many weeks before this, but you can just pop in, listen to the message that we are working with, and then just have some time in the stillness to go into yourself, to have a discussion with your deepest self, your true self, and to take that information that we get in that meditation and hopefully apply it throughout our week ahead. So, how do we do this? It's relatively easy. You can do this at home, whether I'm with you or not. We start by setting an intention for tonight. Now, if you're keeping a journal of your meditations, maybe you are creating intentions that build upon one another. Maybe you can track to see the success of those intentions and seeing whether they were made manifest for you and with you. But the reason that we do an intention is so that we can kind of give voice, or at the very least give words to all of those ideas that are floating around in our head. You know, we think we have these inner dialogues that go on and on and on, and we do, but my experience has been that I'm not really forming words with those dialogues. They're just a bunch of cloudy, kind of unmapped out words. And so this way we can actually give focus. We can be, or we can have the intention and then write that intention down. That gives it power. So we want to state that intention. You can use the form of a question, so you can ask the universe or ask your deep self something that you need the answer to. You can state it as a declaration of something that you would like to see or experience in your life. You can request guidance or state that you are receiving guidance from the universe, and then become aware of the signs that appear after tonight that lead you down the road that you have asked to go down. So we write them down. I like to write them down on a little slip of paper just like this. This is just regular construction paper or colored paper that I've torn up into little pieces, because I gather, if I were in person with you, I would gather all of these little slips of paper. We would throw them into a burning bowl of flames and allow them to kind of dissipate, go out into the universe, and then return to us in exactly the right amount of time that we need. But since we are not in person, we are here digitally. And so the beauty of modern technology is that we can share this experience together, but that I can also write on one of these slips of paper the words everyone's intentions, and then that can become the proxy for gathering all of the intentions as I would if we were in person gathering each individual slip of paper. And then when we're all done, I'll take that little slip of paper, I will light it up, and we will send it out into the universe using one of my bowls to house the flames. So are you ready? Have you thought about it? What is your intention for tonight's meditation for you? So I've written down one for myself right here. And I'm going to write the words, everyone's intentions. Which you can see that I have done right here, everyone's intentions. So these will gather energy as we meditate tonight. And if you would be so kind as to send me that energy when you're meditating, then we will gather it with that little proxy slip. We will send that slip out into the universe. Now, we've stated our intention, and to get a little prompting before we go into the stillness, we use a set of oracle cards, and the oracle cards set is called the Star Codes Astro set. I love these cards. They've done really, really well. I draw them for myself. I draw them for our gathering, and I love how they're structured. I love the artwork. I love that I am often receiving the same card, the same message, even though there are many cards to this deck, 56 cards to be exact. I continue to draw some of the same ones for myself as well as for our group, our gathering here, which to me is always just a little reminder or a little pat on the shoulder that there are some things that we still need to address, or perhaps it's the same card that we're drawing, but you stated a very different intention, and so that card uniquely addresses your intention. Regardless, the card is the card, the message is the message, and we go with it when we get it. So I usually shuffle the cards, and then I will draw the top card. And this way you'll see that I'm not reaching into the cards to choose one for myself. I'm going to draw that top card. We can agree that the top card is the one for all of us. My camera is high up, so I got to lift my cards high after I'm done shuffling so that you can see when I draw that we're drawing the top one. And the interesting thing about this is that we're relying on this one card to inspire us to go a little more deeply in our meditation tonight. And we've all, assuming, have stated very different intentions for ourselves. And yet this one card serves as this thread, as this connection between all of us. It is the answer to the very specific and individual statement or intention or question that we have jotted down on that slip of paper or are keeping it in our minds. And so I'm always excited. Hopefully we'll get a card that we haven't had before. But the universe may have other plans. All right, let's do this. Cards are here. I'm drawing the top card, as you can see, pulling it out right here, flipping it over to reveal. Oh, wow. Okay, so I think we've had this card before, but I do love this card. 7th house, relationship. Relationship. So this should be interesting. We're going to put the card over here. And I'm going to pull it up so that you can take a look at it. There it is while I read 7th house, relationship. It's a beautiful card. I don't know if you can see that there are two hands clasping together, like right there. So this is about connection with someone else. Let's see what the Astro Star Codes book has to say about 7th house and relationship. Are you ready? If your chart were a village map, the 7th house is anywhere two equals relate with intensity and intimacy. Somewhere you'd have dinner on the balcony and watch the sunset. It is concerned with how other equals come into your life and how you interact with them, and includes marriage and open warfare, business partners, legal issues, key consultants, and advisors. The whole scope of the relationships in our lives this card is addressing. So, whatever your intention was, this card is about relationship in response to that intention. Our action for this card, the encouragement of this card: nurture your relationships rather than test them. Consider each partnership to be a tree you plant. That seed may have been planted in the fifth house with an idea or a twinkle in the eye. Now you have a sapling with potential. Don't construct a tree house on that sapling. It can't yet bear the weight. Instead of crushing it with expectations, nurture and protect it. In any relationship, there are three involved: you, your partner, and that tree, the relationship itself. All have needs that must be honored equally. Make compromise for the sake of the relationship, not necessarily for the other person. Nurture that sapling, keep it safe from predators, and nourish its roots until it becomes a tree strong enough to lean on. Clarify your expectations with the curiosity and flexibility. If you are offered a business partnership, read the fine print. Unpack your baggage, the cultural assumptions, and family patterns that inform your concept of partnership. Move past who is right and who is wrong, and develop a fresh understanding. Partnership for work or love may look easier if you come from the same background, but the more diversity you bring to the table, the more resilient the relationship can be. Agree to contribute equally and celebrate your differences. When you are working in tandem in love or in business, it can be tempting to either give your power away to your partner or take over theirs. An unbalanced relationship can become untenable. That's the challenge of this card. The gift of this card: fertilize the ground of your partnership. Feed your partner with romantic moments and fair and honorable arrangements. When you are fascinated by the spirit of another, they can become fascinated by you. So, here we are working with relationship this week. And if I were to distill this message, or if I would apply maybe a bit of intuition to what I am experiencing when I look at this card and when I reflect on its message, it's about remaining curious in our relationships. One of the ways that we can begin to take our relationships for granted, when we can begin to make assumptions in our relationship, and that can happen when we lose our curiosity, when we think that we know everything that we are supposed to know about somebody that we are in a relationship with, and when we cease to be curious about knowing more. Even if we are talking about a relationship with our spouse, and even if we spend a great deal of time with our loved ones, with our spouse or our children in the same household, if we lose that curiosity about the people that we are close with and we're living with, then things can become quite stale quickly. And then we apply our expectation of learning more about somebody else on them. I didn't know this about you because you never shared. And that person in our lives probably can respond, but you haven't asked me about anything new or exciting. You haven't allowed your curiosity to lead you to the right questions that inspire healthy, spirited, and informative discussion. So I really interpret this tonight as a way for all of us to discover the curiosity that we have about our relationships with those we are closest with, and then to open ourselves up even more so that this relationship or whatever relationship is involved in the issue that we've written down becomes a way of discovering more. It's an adventure then. It's an exciting adventure to find out more about somebody, just like you do when you are a new friend or a new partner, a new love interest. This is the exciting part. And we can get back there if we just remember to be curious and to love the way that we always have loved everyone equally. This book reminds us that the relationships that we're with in the world, adult relationships, are relationships of equanimity. It's about thinking of everybody as our equals, not as our subordinates or our direct, supervisors. So, or someone that holds the energy above us. So, all of that in mind, let us settle in and begin to reflect on this idea of relationship and in that seventh house. So make yourself comfortable, get yourself to a place where you are remaining awake and still are able to relax and go into a somewhat meditative state. We don't go very deep for very long, but you want to be able to engage consciously in a discussion or dialogue with yourself. Now, if you fall asleep or you doze, that's still going to happen because you're here and you're probably going to remain somewhat engaged in the process. But if you can remain as conscious as possible so that you can open up and have these dialogues, but we can still be relaxed, that's the ideal. Excuse me, let's begin to relax ourselves. Give me a little lozenge here. By taking some breaths together, let's inhale through our nose, inhale fully, and hold it for a moment. And then exhale through our mouth. Good. Inhale again. And hold. And exhale. And as you exhale, really let go of that air and make it leave your body slowly. Pause after you've let go of all that breath. Let's inhale one last time together with determination and intention. Fill our body with oxygen. Pause for a moment. Exhale nice and slowly. And as you do, you can allow your eyes to just flutter ever so gently closed. And as they do, the card is back up on the screen. You can look at it at any time. But we're going to continue with our relaxation process. And so we want our breath to be intentional. Just follow the notes and the tones. And as you can hear, my dogs are feisty this evening. But whenever we hear a noise, either in our own homes or here in mine, that may startle us out of going deeper, let's just use that like a nice little hill in a roller coaster where we go up and over it and then back down even more deep. And let's just breathe, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And as our body relaxes, let's imagine that starting from our feet, as we relax, our body is going to become a beautiful cloud of brightly colored smoke or mist. If you've ever seen the show I Dream of Jeannie, imagine your body as you relax it becoming that cloud of brightly colored smoke or mist. It's your color to choose. And imagine that your body becomes that smoke a little bit at a time, starting with our feet. And as you become more relaxed, imagine as you're relaxed, you become that smoke from your feet up through your calves and your thighs, up through your hips, up past your waist, just becoming that beautiful colored smoke. Half of your body is smoke now. Up past your waist and your torso, becoming that beautiful billowy smoke. Up past your shoulders, your body is relaxed, and becoming that mist or smoke. And that mist runs down from our shoulders to our biceps and forearms, out our wrist and fingertips, all becoming a beautiful, billowy, brightly covered smoke. Up through our neck, and our chin and our mouth, and our cheeks, and our eyes and our forehead all dissolve into this beautiful, brightly colored smoke. Up through our head and our crown, and now we are just a column of this brightly colored, beautiful smoke. And we find that as this smoke, we have this beautiful ability now to float on the air, and as we do, we feel light, we feel free from any limitations of our physical body, because we are now this beautiful column of smoke, brightly colored, our favorite color, whatever it is. And as this smoke we just float through a beautiful twilight colored air. It's not inky black and it's not brightly sun. It's just a beautiful, almost the color of a bright sunset, getting just a little darker. That smoke, our vibrant colors, against this beautiful, beautiful twilight color becomes even brighter. this smoke just billowing about, being beautiful, we think about our intention that we wrote down. And we think about the card that we've drawn. So whatever that intention is, the response for us has been relationship. How does the card and its message of relationship align with that intention? Is it telling you that you need to form a new relationship for this intention to be met? Do you need to release or clarify that relationship? Who is it with? And how does that relationship serve to bolster or strengthen or improve or manifest that intention? And when we think of whoever it is in that relationship, here as this billowy cloud, I want us to imagine that person that is the response, that is going to be a pivotal point in carrying out this intention. Imagine them standing right before you, you as the cloud of smoke, and that person just standing there as a regular human being. And you realize that this person, this relationship with this person, is being reflected by this person as well. This person inquires of this beautiful billowy smoke, "What can I do for you? How can I help you? Or what is my relationship with you? How are you to help me?" Just experience this person's presence as this billowy, formless smoke. And in this short little dialogue, you are figuring out who's helping whom. Maybe you're both helping one another, but how? Only you can know this in response to your intention. And once you've established few parameters or expectations or understandings, I guess is a better word. Once you establish your understanding about this relationship and how this relationship is to address your intention, imagine that person standing here with you all of a sudden begin to turn into a pillar of smoke themselves, starting with their feet, which disappear as they become more and more smoke from their calves and thighs and waist up through their bodies, and down their arms and their neck and their mouth and their eyes. You're now two beautiful, billowy pillars of smoke. And as these billowy clouds of smoke, imagine your two vibrant colors fusing together, just gently overlapping one another, becoming connected, enhanced and nourished. Maybe they're two colors that when they come together make another bright color. But as your two beautiful clouds of smoke merge, you can feel the power. You can feel the power of your energies together, making some beautiful choices together to fulfill that understanding of that intention that you said a few moments ago. And as you're fused with this other cloud of smoke, your vibrant colors dancing together, you can feel the confidence and the excitement of creating and responding to this intention together. This is a team sport this evening, with all of us finding our teammates for this week's accomplishments and tensions. And we find ourselves just filled with excitement and curiosity about our partner in this, the one who has appeared to us and become smoke with us and is now fused with us. The joy, the comfort, the adventure here with us. The possibilities of this partnership, this equal partnership to create to manifest, to nourish and strengthen us individually and as an entity. And as we realize this, we know that we can let our new partner or regular partner in this endeavor just separate from us in the smoke and just watch them. They're going to travel now. They're just going to travel away as the smoke cloud, disappearing as we wave and communicate our greetings of goodbye. And we remain here as our own beautiful, vibrant cloud, and realize that we are also in a space with many other vibrant clouds, billowing, moving with such grace and softness and speed when we just catch a little pocket of air. Each glow a little bit more brightly when we see one another. And then we decide that it's time. It's time to return to our physical self. So we imagine our smoke that is us head its way back down to where we are laying. And we imagine that smoke hitting that spot where we're laying. We imagine it just billowing there and billowing there. And we imagine it beginning to dissipate, starting with our head. And as it does, it reveals our physical body, starting with our crown and our forehead and face and shoulders and arms, all are revealed as the smoke dissipates. Our chest and our torso and our hips and our waist, down our thighs and our calves and down to our feet, revealing our vibrant, alive, wonderful physical body that we are so grateful for. And we imagine that once that body reappears, it becomes animated with a spark of life, a spark of imagination and curiosity. And that spark of curiosity encourages us to return completely so that we can begin the task for our week. And we realize that we're breathing deeply, and we use this breath to bring us back completely. And so we're going to take 3 breaths. Breathe in and exhale. Breathe in again and exhale. And one more breath as we open our eyes. And exhale, and the eyes come open, and we are back. So what did you think? How did you think of your smoke, that billowing, beautiful colored smoke, just like Jeannie used to do? What did you think? Well, I am so curious, so please feel free to just jot a few words down. Remember to hit like and subscribe, please, to this video. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, to the Facebook page of the Spiritual Spinster, or to me, Reverend Robin Nashok. Like and subscribe, and then jot down a few words. Say hello tonight at the very least. Even if you're watching the recording, you can still say hello. The comments will still appear. Say hello and let us know what you saw when you were in that stillness, what you learned when you were in that stillness. Share it. Come back each week and write down, begin each meditation by, writing your greeting in the comments and saying, this week, this is what I learned from last week. Make it your own. Let's make this a community that we're all sharing and growing from. That would be so nice. It's been a couple of years, still hasn't manifested the way I would like. So perhaps this should be my intention, but a little bit more every week. And I will look forward to us growing and sharing more and more and more. And so without further ado, we're going to send our intentions out into the flames. First, mine is going to go first, because it is also included in the one that we had for everybody else. As we say goodbye to that, we light it with this everyone's intentions as it goes away. Dissipating, disappearing, moving, moving, moving. And I certainly hope that you enjoyed this little trip into the stillness. Looking to see who's here. I know Kathleen and Sue are on Zoom. Hello. Good to see you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Let's check out a chat, see who wrote to me. Oh, Sue said, teal smoke with lavender streaks. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I am still holding out for doing that in real life. So just know that. I know you do. You can see that bottle behind me. Don't think I'm trying not to get into it every single night. So let's see who else is elsewhere. Checking out the restream and seeing if we can. There's Monica Harrington. Hello, Monica. Mwah. Thank you so much for being here. Smiley. Hello. Hello. So glad that everyone is there. And thank you, Monica. If anybody appreciates the dogs being here, I know you do. So thank you so much for sending your love and understanding just how much of angels, just how they are angels in my life and how important they are. So I am grateful for that. And if we can see if there's anybody else on the Facebooks. And again, if you join after, if I've missed you, because sometimes I do, I'll do a click through and it looks like somebody else joins or has been here the whole time and I didn't see, please just leave a comment, say hello, just because I'm so grateful that you're here and I want you to know that I'm acknowledging you. And there's Ria. Hi, Ria. Hope you're able to join. I miss you, Angel. Mwah. And yeah, Magical March has begun. And as I said in the newsletter that I sent out earlier, how are we making the most of it? Let's do it. We started tonight. What a great way to start! Even though we've been in the March month for a few days now, it's always good to take some time to go into the stillness. Have a great night. I'm looking forward to seeing you again next week at this time. We well into March, heading toward that spring nice and quickly, and yeah, we will experience you then. Have a good night. Mwah. And I love you.